One of those days that as a trader, we want to avoid as much as possible. And yes, as you guys know, today is a red day for me. I took a loss. Now, I always try to think, what can I do to always make sure you guys are gaining value? What can I do to make sure you guys are leaving every single day a better, a smarter, a more educated trader? And when I win, you can always learn from what I'm doing right. It's great to be able to show off a win. It's great to be able to say, hey, look what I've been able to do. Hey, look how I've been able to profit. Oh yeah, do what I do and you'll make money. But again, where do all the lessons that come from losses? You know, those are your biggest lessons. When we take a loss, that's where we truly gain value because we learned something new. We learned something that we weren't doing right and we need to correct it. So as a mentor to you, I want to make sure that you guys are learning not only from my wins, but I want to make sure you guys are learning from my losses. So today, the loss that I took was again over on SKLZ. And SKLZ, or not SKLZ, excuse me, the loss today that I took was SKYT. Now, SKYT was a brand new IPO stock. This stock just opened up. It was just available for us to the public. It opened up at 10:54 this morning. And the stock was able to go on a very nice climb, very nice move on up. Now, I always state new IPOs are gambles. They're, again, initial public offerings, which means, again, this is the first time that we as traders are able to trade them. This is the first time that we as traders are able to get involved with these trades. Now, no one knows what these stocks are going to do. They could go up, they could go down, they could go on massive spikes, they could drop off huge, right? We see this happen a lot. And sometimes, every now and then, you'll see a monster IPO play, such as UTME. UTME went from $11 and in 2 days was able to go all the way up towards $108. How wild is that? We also saw, though, I believe it was TRKA. Yesterday came out with a new IPO. It's opened up at 360 and all it did was fall back down towards around 276. Nothing happening there. So today, when we had again our brand new IPO come on out, SKYT, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to look to go ahead and short this play. I'm going to jump in on this play on the short side and see if this stock just completely collapses. Now, I did many things wrong on this trade, but you know what? Looking at this trade, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for my loss on this trade because it allows me to say to myself, okay, how can I improve? Now, again, these are all my orders right here over on SKYT. And again, when you see all of my orders on SKYT, there was a good amount. I had about 10,000 shares on the short side, 10,000 shares I had to get out, 10,000 shares on the long side, 10,000 shares I had to get out. And then again, I went on the short side once again. So you guys can see absolutely every single order that I got in and out of SKYT. And that led to a total of $32,000 in losses today. Now, again, my total loss is $29,000. So what happened on this trade? Why did I lose? And again, how am I positive about this? Does it seem like I'm even happy about that I took some sort of loss at all? Well, I'm not happy. I'm not happy that I took a loss. I don't think anyone is ever happy when they take a loss. But the thing is, I'm excited to be a better trader from it. I'm excited to be able to learn from it. Because in our lesson that we're going to be going over, we're going to talk about two different ways, of course, to handle a loss and two different ways to manage this loss. So SKYT, reviewing this trade over the past hour and a half, I know, again, the reason I lost. The reason why I lost on this trade is starting on off, it's a new IPO. No one really knows which way it's going to be heading. I took, again, a 50-50 shot. The stock dumped on down. Then as the stock started spiking on up, I let more emotions take over, went on the long side. Stock started coming back on down. I started shorting it. Then the stock started going all the way back on up. It was just a big kind of what's that word? Catastrophic. There you go. That's not the word, but we're going to go with it right now. And again, it just Deckmar Trades a trademark right there. And what happened here on this trade was it was a lot of in, a lot of out, a lot of in, a lot of out, a lot of in, and a lot of out. Now, at this time that this is being recorded as well, I did go into this stock with a game plan. My game plan was this was a new IPO. Over the past 2 weeks, we have not seen any sort of breaks. We have not seen any sort of spikes. We have not seen anything be able to spike up hard and hold its gains in a true fashion. So what did I want to do? I said to myself, all right, I'm going to short this right when this opens on up. Nothing's been spiking. Everything's been pretty slow. Nothing's been able to go on a big time rip and run. And again, SKYT was able to find volume. So am I upset with my initial loss or my game plan behind it? No. But what I'm more again upset with is, again, kind of jumping in and out, trying to figure out which way the stock is going to be heading, and not, kind of gearing up for a new game plan. Sure, I started with the game plan, it didn't work out. But instead of, again, kind of taking a step back and finding a new game plan, we kind of just jumped right back in on this play and just kept going and going from there. So it's nice that I'm able to review this trade. And you know what? SKYT, if I kept holding this short, I would have, again, ended up losing more. So I'm actually very glad that I was able to get out of this short when I could have. Because if I kept holding and been a bag holder and just sat on this and sat on this and sat on this and sat on this, at this moment, I'd be down more than 29,000. And you know what? That would have been a lot worse of a day. So you always got to think about the positives about it. Now, again, a lot of people say, okay, you take this sort of loss. How does that not affect you in any sort of way? You take this sort of loss, how are you not upset about it in any sort of way? Well, there's two main ways that I'm not really too upset about a larger loss. Now, again, as I said, I do get frustrated with a loss. Sure, I'm not excited about a loss, but the thing that always helps me is, number one, I've been doing this for the past 8 years now. I started again when I was 20. I'm currently 27. I turned 28 coming up in the next few months. I've been, again, a full-time trader for almost 8 years now. And you better believe I've taken, again, $20,000 losses before. You better believe I've taken $15,000 losses before. You better believe that in my lifetime, I have gone red on, again, months before. There have been months that I have gone red before. And the thing is, it didn't, again, stop me from my trading. It hasn't, again, changed my life in any sort of way. I have, again, my biggest loss ever was $77,000. That was my biggest loss ever. That was back in 2019. It took me 3 days to recover it, and I made everything back. So the thing is, I'm very confident in my abilities. Sure, do we all miss a trade every now and then? Absolutely. But I'm very confident in my abilities to be able to make a loss like this back. What also, again, helps me out a lot is I'm just going to bring this right on over, guys. Here's, again, my entire Lightspeed broker. Not even a screenshot. You guys can see absolutely everything right here. Look what I'm up year to date. I'm currently up $277,000. $277,000 in only 4 months. Again, right now, I'm on the road for $1 million in profit this year. In 2021, I'm on the road for $1 million in profit. So far in April, I'm up 15,000. Year to date, I'm up 277,000. And this loss did, again, just wipe out, again, my April gains. But the thing is, it's not going to, again, change anything from me. I'm still up over $250,000 in 4 months. So again, another way that I usually stay pretty positive about my trades is looking how much I'm up throughout this whole entire year. And I say to myself, all right, hey, it's really, again, one trade. You'll make that back. You've been doing this for 8 years. You have all the confidence in the world. You have the skill set to be able to make a trade back. You've had, again, bigger losses before. And again, you've been able to make it back within days. On top of that, again, as I said, you're up $250,000 in 4 months, and you're still on track to be able to hit $1 million year, your biggest year ever. Yeah. So again, SKYT, did I, again, make mistakes on it? 100%. Do I want to learn from this trade? 100%. But is it really that bad at the end of the day? Sure, losing, again, $30,000 is never fun. Never fun. And again, the trade that I made was a mistake 100%. But we learned from it. And then from there, we're able to, again, kind of put all these other things on top of it so we can grow as a trader. Now, let's dive into a little bit more of a formal lesson with this. And let's start talking about, how to handle a loss the right way. So again, how to truly handle a loss. What should we be doing? How should we be handling this loss? Because I can understand that not everyone has been doing this full time for years. And you may be a new trader and you may be saying to yourself, well, again, I don't have that confidence because I don't know if I can do this yet. I don't have that confidence because I'm not up on the month. I'm not up on the year. I haven't been doing this year after year. So one of the big things that we always have to understand is losses are going to happen. Losses are going to happen. Think about it in sports. Do you think Steph Curry, great NBA shooter, do you think he never airballs one every now and then? Do you think he never slams one across the backboard every now and then? Do you think Tom Brady, great quarterback, right? Do you think he doesn't throw an interception every now and then? Do you think, again, he doesn't fumble every now and then? LeBron James, he probably misses a dunk every now and then. He turns it over every now and then. Think about any sports athlete. And guess what? There's going to be mistakes that are going to be made. I remember when I first wanted to be a stock trader, and I was absolutely obsessed with stock trading. You know what? I still am obsessed with stock trading. I love what I do every single day. That's a fact, right? And the thing is, I used to imagine, I remember walking to the library in college, being a sophomore and saying to myself, I'm going to be the first stock trader ever that has never taken a loss. Whew. And then I would imagine, daydream these things on up where, again, I was on CNBC, sitting on the front desk. I don't know who's talking to me, Kramer or, Kevin O'Leary. And they're just like, Sean Deckmar, never lost any sort of trade. Account has grown $2.8 million in, again, 3 years or whatever. Has never, again, taken any sort of loss. It's, has my name at the bottom of the screen. They're asking me questions how I never, lost on a trade. I'm just like, thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I never lost on any sort of trade. It just comes down to, technical analysis. And no, you look great today. So again, that was my daydream. That was my daydream back in the day. Now, guess what happened? My first trade ever, I lost $200. First trade ever, I lost $200. So the thing was, you need to really understand that losses are part of the game. Just like, again, interceptions as a quarterback are part of a game. And again, missing shots and missing free throws are part of the game. And anything that you, again, want to compare it to is part of the game. No one will win every single trade. Losses are part of trading. Have you ever seen a portfolio from anybody, anyone in the world, where their portfolio just went like this? No, that doesn't happen. If you look at anyone's, again, trading portfolio, every single person that is successful trading portfolio usually looks like this. Something along these lines. That's what most trading portfolios look like. So you know what happens? Again, we have losses right here. We have, again, basically nothing going on right here. Maybe, again, a couple little slumps right here, little loss right here. But the wins are, again, bigger than the losses. The wins are more frequent than the losses. The wins are going to grow your account. But just because you take one loss, do you think you count yourself out of the game? Guys, just because you take one loss, you count yourself out of the game? That's not a way that things work. Imagine, again, Tom Brady throws one interception. He goes, Coach, take me out. I stink. I'm sitting on the bench. I don't want to play anymore. Just pay me my paycheck. I'm done. I stink. Right? No, they don't do that. They say, all right, wow. To make you a great quarterback, it's not, again, you throwing touchdowns. It's how you react to a loss. It's how you react when you're down. To make you a great stock trader, it's not, again, okay, how much money you can make. It's okay, you just lost a little bit of money. How much money can you, again, recover? How can you bounce back? How, again, are you going to be a trader? And that's what it really be able to come down to. Can you look at every single loss and can you take a lesson from it, right? A loss is only a failure if you gain nothing from it. So again, a loss is only a failure if you don't take any sort of value out of it. Every single time I take a loss, I sit there, I say to myself, why did I lose? I don't point fingers. I don't say, all right, I lost because this guy in StockTwits told me. I lost because, again, that person on Twitter, I like that guy. And he told me to buy this one. It's your fault I lost. No, right, guys? We're all over 18. We're 20, we're 30, we're 50, we're 60. Right? We're not 12-year-olds pointing fingers and saying, no, you, I lost because of you. Right? That's not true. I put myself in that position. I put myself in that account. I put myself over on, again, SKYT today. No one came over to my house. Not one person came over and clicked that mouse button for me. I did that. And again, I took that loss. So again, I am in full control. The reason why I took loss was for X reason. Didn't have a game plan, getting emotional, getting greedy, not having a stop loss. What could I have done better to be able to be a successful trader? How could I have, again, either A, locked in my profits sooner, or B, limited my loss to be able to recover losses a lot easier? Guess what? It's easier to recover $10,000 than $29,000. It's easier to recover, let's say a $200 loss rather than a $5,000 loss. Losses are going to happen, as we talked about in the stock market. It's better to keep them nice and little. It's nice to cut them out right away, right? Keep your losses small, let your gains be big. If you have big losses, you're going to need big wins just to get back to even. So that's, again, nothing that we ever want to do. So again, when we take a loss is truly an opportunity for us to grow as a trader. So I'll be the first one. I don't like losses. Don't think, again, this is a lesson being like, yeah, okay, losses are, again, awesome. Guys, I hate losses. I don't like taking any sort of loss, any sort of way, in any sort of reason. But when a loss appears, you better believe I'm going to try to grow from it. Because there's a lesson, there's an opportunity right in front of me right now that's saying, hey, you know what? You could have done something better. And I know, again, it's annoying. I know it's frustrating. I know the last thing you want to do is look at your loss and figure out why you took a loss. But you know what most people do? They, again, move on. They slam their computer. They get angry. They walk away. The next day, they make the same mistake. They slam their computer. They walk away. The next day, they, again, move on. They go ahead and trade the stocks. They make the same mistake, slam their computer, walk away. It's an endless cycle. From someone, again, let's say chasing a play. They don't know why they're doing it. They walk away because they're angry. They get super mad. They come back the next day. They chase a play. They, again, walk away. They come back the next day. They chase a play. It's a never-ending cycle until your count's down to zero. And you know what they then say? Stock trading, stupid. This is a scam. This is dumb. Right? And you say, what do you mean? Well, again, every time I buy a stock, it goes down on me. Okay, how many losses have you had? I've lost every single trade in a row 20 times in a row. Okay, well, again, what did you do wrong? I don't know. If you figure out what you did wrong on trade 1, there wouldn't be 19 more losses after that, right? It'd be like the same exact thing. I know I compare it to sports a lot, but imagine you guys are golfing, right? Imagine you're golfing and the first swing you make, the ball goes flying to the right into the woods. You can, again, get very angry. Oh, wow, I just shanked the ball in the woods. My day is ruined. This is awful. I'm never going to hit a good score anymore. And again, you do the same exact thing all day now. Or you say to myself, all right, hey, why did I just shank this ball in the woods? Okay, hey, I went a little inside it out. The club face was open, so on and so forth. Figure it out. Then go ahead and get a better score. It's very simple when you break it down. Traders lose only for a couple different reasons. Number 1, we get too emotional. Number 2, we're inexperienced. Number 3, again, fear and greed. Right? Number 4, we're chasing. Or number 5, again, we're just holding the bag and hoping. We got to eliminate one of these reasons. We have to eliminate what we're doing wrong. And again, we all are going to make losses. This is not, again, to put anyone down. This is not to, again, make anyone feel bad. This is for you to say, you have an amazing opportunity ahead of you. You have an amazing opportunity in front of your face right now. I just lost $29,000. And I have an amazing opportunity right in front of me right now. It's, Deck, you have a lesson to be learned right here. I can, again, teach you how to be able to be a better trader if you don't walk away from the computer right now. If you, again, are willing to just sit and be able to understand what you did wrong. So when you come back the next day, you've grown as a trader, you matured as a trader, and you're not going to make the same mistake. You see that setup, you buy into it. Again, the stock's going against you. Next day, you cut out quick. Or, again, avoid the trade all as one. And now, again, we're able to grow our accounts without ever having, as many losses. As I said, it's okay to feel frustrated, but be grateful for the opportunity to be able to learn and grow as a trader. And that's how I always like to think of every single trade. So again, 2 ways to handle a loss: the wrong way and the right way. You guys know, I think every single person, including myself, can again understand this. The wrong way. Who's ever brought out the hammer, baby? Who's ever brought out the hammer before? I don't care that this is a brand new MacBook. I don't care that this thing again cost me $1,500. The hammer's coming down on your keyboard. I am never trading again. Right? Who's ever done that before? Punching the screen, yelling, whatever. Don't come in this room right now. Go outside, leave me alone. Yelling at, again, random people walking into the room because they're worried about you. So again, we've all been there before. Nobody likes losing money. No one. I don't know one person in the world, and if you guys know anyone in the world, they're probably an absolute psychopath, that you can say to yourself, yeah, this person enjoys losing money, right? It's not like anyone logs on and says, I'm going to try to lose as much as I can today. The thing is, everyone wants to be able to grow. Everyone wants to be able to gain an account. And nothing's more frustrating than putting work into something and not being able to see those results, right? And nothing's worse than working day after day after day after day after day out of that 9-to-5 job just to lose it in the stock market. Sometimes you work that 9-to-5 job, let's say you're making $10 an hour, and all of a sudden you lose $200. You just say to yourself, I just worked 2 days. I stood outside in the rain for 20 hours straight, make $200 in profit, and I lost it in 3 seconds, right? And that's going to lead to the hammer coming down. That's going to lead to the fist punch going through. So again, we need to say to ourselves, all right, if that is the case, if we are working a 9-to-5 job right now and we are a trader that's trying to grow an account and we just lost 2 days worth of work in about 10 seconds in the stock market, we need to again understand that this is a different beast. The stock market doesn't care. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care how much you make. It doesn't care, again, what your other job is. It doesn't care about your financial situation. The stock market is going to take anyone's money who puts its monies in at the wrong area at the wrong time. And the people that are, again, doing things the right way will be rewarded. But the main issue is most traders that are doing this, they're newer traders. Traders that didn't paper trade. Traders that didn't study. Traders that don't have any experience yet in the stock market. Traders that, again, open up, let's say, a Robinhood account, put in $500, say, okay, Leah, let's go ahead and start stock trading. You start texting all your friends, guys, what are you guys going to get involved in? Oh, I don't know. My brother's uncle's friend told me again that GME is about to have a massive short squeeze. I know, again, it already came down from 500 to 98. But guys, don't you worry. Everyone's going to be coming back in on this. Third wave's the charm, baby. Everybody gear up. We're going to the moon. Elon Musk coming again. Do it for us, baby. Everyone get in. Did you buy in? Did you buy it? Oh, yeah, let's do it. And then you get into the stock and you say, what the heck? I am currently down $500. What are we doing right here, guys? Then again, the hammer comes out. You again shut off, close out your broker, never do it again. It's the wrong way to do things, guys. What's the right way to do it? The right way is to figure it out. Figure it out. Now again, this picture right here, this guy is again going over some financial reports. This is again just symbolizing that if you guys again take a win, go ahead, enjoy it, celebrate. But if you take a loss, don't be this person. Don't be that person. Figure out why you took that loss. Every single, again, loss is that lesson to be learned. So again, conclusion, we're all going to take losses now and then. The secret to stock trading success is limiting how many losses we have and how much we lose on our losses. Every loss is a lesson that will only make you a better trader. Do not ignore the lesson that is right in front of our face every single day. Don't be the person that, again, walks away from their computer. Be the person that's willing to say to themselves, I know this is tough, but I want to become a better trader and figure out why I took a loss. Don't be the person that's punching the screen. Be the person that, again, reviews the chart, reviews the trade. So, again, every single person here is going to take a loss. Every single person here over your stock trading career will have losses that you will experience. But what type of trader are you going to be? Are you going to be one that cuts them out quick and limits that loss? Are you going to be the trader that, again, lets them run and holds the bag and gets emotional and gets fearful and, again, that so on and so forth? And once you guys, again, start stock trading and you guys are more consistent and successful in your stock trading, you're also not going to let that one loss affect you as badly as others. As I said today as well, a reason why, again, a $30,000 loss doesn't affect me as bad is I'm still up $250,000 on the year. I'm still on the road to make $1 million this year. So as you guys are trading more and more and more, little losses aren't going to pay as much of an emotional toll on you. It's only, again, going to motivate you to go ahead and make that money back, believe in your skill set even more, and be able to absolutely crush the market. So I hope you guys, again, were able to gain some great value out of these trades. Notice how SKYT is even higher up, brand new high of the day right now. Again, I try to take every single positive. I say to myself, great thing I cut on out. Great thing I had the emotional, basically discipline to be able to say, hey, I'm getting out of this play. It's not working out. I would be having even a larger loss at this time. Find those positives, find the negatives, turn them into positives, and absolutely crush it, guys, in your trading career. So awesome job, awesome work. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. And as always, I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Great job, great work. Looking forward to, again, seeing you guys crush it in the stock market, and let's do it. So